Now students, we'll study about embryonic development. See, in the last video we have discussed how the zygote was formed. Now this zygote will undergo cleavage. In cleavage, the zygote will divide to form new cells, more cells, but these cells will not undergo growth. They will remain small in size. The size of the cell will not increase, but the number of the cell will increase. And these cells will remain adhered together. This process is known as cleavage. So zygote will undergo cleavage, that is equational division of the zygote to form morula. In case of humans or mammals, zygote divides to form new cells, and up to 16 cell stage, the structure is called morula. The structure is called morula because it looks like a mulberry. G1 and G2, that is growth phase, is absent. Rapid cell division will occur. Rapid cell division will occur. But the mammalian cleavage is slowest in animal kingdom. Mammalian cell division is slowest in animal kingdom, and this cleavage is asynchronous. Mammalian cleavage is slow and asynchronous. Asynchronous means odd number of cells will be formed due to arithmetic division. Zygote was single cell, it will form on division 2 cells, then 2 cells will divide to form 3 cells. Means out of 2 only 1 will divide first. 3 cells will be formed, then the other will divide, then 4 cells will be formed, then 5. In this way, odd number of cells are formed. Therefore, this type of division is known as asynchronous. So, mammalian cleavage or human cleavage, human zygote cleavage is slow and asynchronous. Moreover, the cleavage of the zygote is holoblastic. Why it is called holoblastic? Because whole of the zygote divides as yolk is absent. In case of mammals, the embryo is nourished by the placenta, by the mother. Therefore, the cleavage is holoblastic as egg yolk is absent. That is, the whole zygote divides as yolk is absent. The first plane of cleavage is meridional. The first plane of cleavage is meridional like this, and the zygote will divide into 2 cells. The 2 cells formed are known as blastomeres. The 2 cells formed are known as blastomeres. But the zona pellucida will remain intact around the zygote. Zona pellucida remains intact, so the size of the zygote does not increase after first cleavage. Till 16 cell stage, that is morula stage, zona pellucida remains intact. That is, number of cell will increase but the size will not increase. See, here I have shown, this diagram is also drawn in your NCERT. You can refer NCERT also. Corpus luteum is formed after the release of the ovum. Ovum enters into the fallopian tube. Then their fertilization will take place. After 30 hours of fertilization, first cleavage will take place. The zygote will divide into 2 cells, 2 blastomeres. This will take after 30 hours. Then second cleavage, that is 3 cells will be formed after 60 hours. As the cleavage proceeds, the zygote will move, or the embryo will move towards the uterus. Embryo will continue to move towards the uterus. So 3, 4, 8, 16 cells will be formed, stages will be obtained, and the zygote or embryo will continue to move towards the uterus. The stage in which 16 cells are present, that stage is known as morula stage. In morula stage as well, the zona pellucida remains intact. The zona pellucida remains intact. So 16 cell stage in human is called morula. In other mammals, it can be, morula can vary from 16 to 32 cell stage. In other mammals, it can vary from 16 to 32 cell stage. Now what happens? This morula will change into blastocyst. This morula will change into blastocyst. What is the difference between morula and blastocyst? The cells of the morula will get rearranged. They will arrange in a pattern. What pattern will they occupy or will they attain? Some cells will form a layer and remaining cells will adhere at one pole. The layer formed by the cells is known as trophoblast. The cell layer formed, peripheral layer formed by the cells is known as trophoblast, and the cells which attach, which get clumped at one end, they are known as inner cell mass. So now the cells of the morula have arranged to form trophoblast and inner cell mass. When inner cell mass and trophoblast are formed, the structure is known as blastocyst. The structure is known as blastocyst because the embryo will exist in the form of a cyst here. Therefore, it is known as blastocyst. The whole cavity remaining here is known as blastocele. The cavity formed is known as blastocele. In other mammals, it can be called as blastula, but in case of humans, it is always known as blastocyst. So trophoblast and inner cell mass will be formed. This trophoblast will give rise to placenta. This trophoblast will give rise to placenta, whereas this inner cell mass will give rise to embryo. This inner cell mass will form the embryo and this trophoblast will form the placenta. So 16 cell stage is called morula. Zona pellucida is intact till 16 cell stage. Morula undergoes compaction. Morula undergoes compaction means number of cells are increasing, so they will be tightly packed. More of the tight junctions will be formed between the two cells. That is, more and more tight junctions are formed between the cells of the morula. Zygote is 1 cell, morula is 16 cell, but the sizes, the average size of both zygote and morula is same. Size remains the same. So morula has more nuclear content and more DNA. Now, morula cells will rearrange. Some cells will arrange in the periphery and will form and others will form the cell mass, inner cell mass. Trophoblast will form placenta in future and inner cell mass will form embryo in the future. In other organisms, stage after morula is called blastula, but in mammals it is always called blastocyst because inner cell mass is present in the form of a cyst. Formation of a blastocyst takes 5 days. Formation of this blastocyst at least takes 5 days. But the implantation does not take place due to the presence of zona pellucida. See, blastocyst is formed, but around blastocyst zona pellucida is present. So zona pellucida will prevent the implantation of the blastocyst in the uterus. Therefore, what happens? This blastocyst, the trophoblast of the blastocyst will secrete certain enzymes which will dissolve the zona pellucida. Trophoblast of this blastocyst will secrete certain enzymes which will dissolve the zona pellucida, and this blastocyst will come out of the zona pellucida in the shape of 8. This is called hatching of the blastocyst. This is called hatching of the blastocyst. See what I have told you, that blastocyst is formed but zona pellucida remains intact. Due to this zona pellucida, implantation will not occur. So trophoblast will secrete certain enzymes due to which this zona pellucida will get dissolved and blastocyst will come out in the form of, in the structure of 8. If this blastocyst remain as one piece, it will develop into one individual, one newborn baby. But sometimes when coming out of, when hatching, during hatching, this blastocysts break into 2 parts. If it breaks into 2 parts, then it will give rise to two embryos. That is, it will result in the formation of twins. So, but the implantation does not take place due to the presence of zona pellucida. Trophoblast secretes certain enzyme which digest zona pellucida and the blastocyst hatches out. During hatching, if the blastocysts break into 2, then it results in the formation of twins. And these twins will be identical twins because they are formed from the single zygote. They are identical twins. Then how non-identical twins are formed? Non-identical twins will be formed if more than one egg is released in 1 month by the ovary. See, I told you each ovary releases egg alternately. But it is a chance factor. It is a chance that both the ovaries release the egg at the same time. If this happens and both the eggs get fertilized by the sperm, then non-identical twins will be formed. Identical twins are formed by the breakage of this blastocyst into 2 parts. Now, glands in endometrium developed under the influence of progesterone hormone. Corpus luteum is secreting progesterone hormone and endometrium glands will develop in the presence of this progesterone hormone, and they will secrete some milky fluid, some watery mucus, and that fluid is known as uterine milk. That secretion is called uterine milk. This uterine milk will attract the blastocyst. This uterine milk will attract the blastocyst, so the blastocyst attaches to the surface of the endometrium, and blastocyst will attach to the surface of the endometrium. Trophoblast, the outer layer of the cells, trophoblast, will start phagocytosing the cells of the endometrium. They will create a cavity in endometrium. They will start eating the endometrium cells. So blastocysts get embedded in the endometrium. This is called implantation. It occurs on the 6th or 7th day of fertilization. It occurs on 6th or 7th day of the fertilization. So what is implantation? Blastocysts get embedded in the uterine endometrium. It occurs in 6th or to 7th day after fertilization. Implantation is possible only after digestion of zona pellucida. If zona pellucida is removed before the blastocyst reaches the uterus, see I have written, if zona pellucida is removed before the conceptus reaches the uterus, then the implantation can occur in the fallopian tube. So if zona pellucida is removed in the fallopian tube itself, then implantation will occur in fallopian tube, and that type of pregnancy is known as ectopic pregnancy. That type of pregnancy is known as ectopic pregnancy. This is an abnormal condition. In this case, the pregnancy has to be aborted. Abnormal condition in which implantation occurs at a site other than the uterus. Most common site is fallopian tube. Tubal pregnancy which leads to rupturing of fallopian tube and may be fatal for the female. So it has to be aborted. Thank you, students.